Let's carefully identify the coil's beginning and ending wires. Start by examining the coil closely to locate the loose ends. To protect the wires, we'll cut a 1mm sleeve to the required size. Measure the length needed for the beginning and ending wires. Carefully cut the sleeve using scissors or a sharp blade. Now, the wires are safely insulated and ready for use. Before proceeding, let's remove the insulation or varnish. Hold the wire firmly to avoid bending or damage. Use a sharp knife to gently scrape off the insulation. Work carefully to expose the shiny copper underneath. Check the cleaned wires to ensure proper conductivity. Measure the silk wire to the required length for connections. Twist all the exposed wires together firmly for a secure connection. Ensure the twisted wires are neat and ready for use. Gather all the prepared wires for the connection. Check that all wires are securely inside the shaft and ready for connection. Measure and mark a 3mm length on the sleeve. Use scissors or a sharp blade to cut the sleeve cleanly. Take the prepared 3mm sleeve for the insulated wires. Align the sleeve with the wires and carefully twist the starting winding wire tightly with the black wire. Use a wire cutter to trim the remaining excess wire. Twist the running wire tightly with the red wire. Use a wire cutter to trim the remaining wire between two points. Twist the running winding ending wire tightly with the red wire. Use a wire cutter to trim the remaining excess wire. Align the black wire with the starting ending wire. Twist the black wire tightly with the starting ending wire. Apply soldering paste to all the twisted wire connections. Add solder to the connections, making sure it flows evenly. Allow the connections to cool, ensuring a strong bond. Now, take the 1mm sleeve and insert it into the 3mm sleeve. Make sure the 1mm sleeve fits snugly inside the 3mm sleeve. Check the connection to confirm both sleeves are securely in place. Now, take the insulation paper and prepare to wrap the wires. Carefully wrap the insulation paper around all the connected wires. Check that all wires are tightly wrapped and protected. Take a sharp knife and carefully remove the excess varnish from the outer core. Scrape off the varnish evenly around the outer layer. Take a piece of sandpaper to finish the outer core surface. Gently rub the sandpaper over the surface to smooth it out. Check the outer core for a clean and even finish. Carefully remove the seals from the bearing using a small tool. Ensure the seals are not damaged during removal. Take a small amount of grease and apply it to the bearing. Work the grease into the bearing, ensuring full coverage. Use a hammer to gently tap the bearing into place. Position the bearing clamp over the installed bearing. Tighten the screws evenly to secure the clamp firmly. Check that the bearing is properly fixed and rotate smoothly. Take the bearing protection pin and align it with the designated slot. Gently insert the pin into place to secure the bearing. Align the second bearing with the core shaft. Gently slide the bearing onto the shaft until it reaches the proper position. Carefully insert the core into the bottom cup, aligning it properly. Ensure the bearing fits securely into the cup. Tighten the screws evenly to secure the bearing clamp. Check that the core is properly seated and rotate smoothly. Connect one end of the winding to the lamp and the other end to the power supply. Turn on the power and observe the lamp. If the lamp lights up, the winding has continuity. If the lamp remains off, check the winding for any breaks or faults. Align the top cup with the core and carefully position it in place. Double check all connections, bearings, and components for a secure fit. Secure the top cup by tightening the screws evenly. Finally, test the fan to ensure it operates smoothly and without any issues. Align the wires with the side hole of the shaft. Use a screwdriver to gently guide the wires through the side hole. Double check that the wires are securely positioned through the side hole. Position the capacitor clamp over the capacitor to hold it securely in place. Use a screwdriver to tighten the screws on the clamp, ensuring it's fixed firmly. Place the capacitor in its designated position on the fan. Connect one terminal of the capacitor tightly to the black wire. Connect the other terminal of the capacitor tightly to the red wire. Now, let's check the direction of the fan's rotation. If the direction is incorrect, reverse the connections of the black and red wires. Connect the common wire to one side of the capacitor clamp. Connect the black wire to the middle terminal of the capacitor. Connect the red wire to the other side of the capacitor. To check the fan speed, connect the common wire to the phase terminal. Connect the running wire to the neutral terminal.